What would you do if someone you love returned from the hospital, changed forever? After my husband's stroke left him paralyzed on one side, I had to find new strength as his caregiver. Since 1998, Falun Dafa gave me calm and patience, and every day I put those principles into practice. As I helped him stand and take those first tiny steps, we found hope and progress, even when things seemed impossible. Our little walks became small victories, and together we learned the power of steady kindness and perseverance. Dai. I used to suffer from severe gynecological problems and other illnesses and began practicing Falun Dafa in 1998 because of my poor health. I soon came to understand why people came to this world, why we suffer, and what the true purpose of life is. Many of my questions about life were answered. As I studied the Fa and cultivated myself, my health improved. Many of my ailments disappeared, and I felt energetic. My outlook on life changed. I truly experienced what it means to be illness-free. My husband is a chef and worked with a food service team. One day in December 2013, he felt dizzy and nauseous. His boss took him to the village clinic, where the doctor recommended that he go to a larger hospital for a more thorough diagnosis. By the time we arrived, my husband was unconscious. Tests confirmed that he had a stroke, and he was admitted to the ICU. Family members weren't allowed to see him. He stayed there for several days before he was transferred to a general ward. He was hospitalized for 20 days. When he came home, he was like a vegetable. He couldn't move or turn over and could only lie flat. I followed the principles of a Falun Dafa cultivator. I stayed calm and patiently took care of him. I told our children to return to work and that I can take care of him myself. I helped my husband sit up by propping him up with pillows. He was left-handed, but his left hand was paralyzed, and he had trouble using chopsticks with his right hand, so I had to feed him. I eventually bought him a fork and spoon so he could feed himself. I helped him stand so he could support himself on the edge of the bed. My son bought him a cane, and I helped him learn to walk again. Step by step, he moved his good right leg, and I moved his left leg forward. After the Chinese New Year holiday, as it was getting warm, I took him outside. There's a small road in front of our house with very little traffic. I asked my sister-in-law to help me lift him onto a tricycle, and I took him there. Twice a day, morning and afternoon, I helped him walk as part of his rehabilitation. Thanks to our daily efforts, eventually he could walk on his own with a cane. Relatives and neighbors were surprised at his changes. One of them said, "When he first came back from the hospital, we thought he wouldn't make it. He was just skin and bones, almost unrecognizable. Who would have thought you could nurse him back so patiently? He's doing so well now. It's all thanks to you." I told them, "I practice Falun Dafa. Our master teaches us to be good to everyone." In my heart, I knew it was all because of master's guidance. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been so patient. Now I'm able to go out and study the Fa with other practitioners again. My husband knows that Dafa is good and that I haven't taken a single pill since I started practicing Dafa, yet I'm very healthy. He knows that he recovered because I treated him well. I told him it's because I practice Dafa. Master teaches us practitioners to be good to others. If I didn't practice, I couldn't have done this. I didn't have a good temper before. It was Dafa that changed. When he first got sick, his boss paid a 10,000 yuan hospital deposit. After he was discharged, I followed Dafa's teachings and returned the money to the boss. I said, "I practice Falun Dafa, and our master teaches us to have consideration for others. If I didn't practice, I might have asked you for more money." The boss was moved and even quit the Chinese Communist Party's Young Pioneers. My husband is now doing well and can basically take care of himself. So I can focus on studying the Fa and doing the three things. He doesn't need any medication, which non-practitioners find hard to believe. Some people have told me that they take medication every day, and yet their blood pressure is still high. I told them, sincerely recite, Falun Dafa is good, truthfulness, compassion, forbearance is good. If you recite it, you'll get better. My husband highly recognizes Dafa. He recites, Falun Dafa is good, truthfulness, compassion, forbearance is good every day. When he forgets, he asks me, what am I supposed to recite again? I remind him and tell him, you mustn't forget. Keep it in your mind. He went to exercise outside on the morning of February 12 this year, while I was cooking in the kitchen. Suddenly, I heard a loud bang. I ran out and saw him lying on the ground. He fell when he stepped off the last step. He reassured me that he was fine. I tried to help him up, but couldn't. It was just past 7 a.m. and my son wouldn't leave for work until 8, so I called him over. After my son helped his father up, I told my son to go ahead to work. He hesitated, clearly worried, and asked if I was sure his father would be all right. I assured him that everything would be fine and said I would call him if anything came up. I asked my husband if he hurt anywhere, but he said he felt fine. I told him it was because he'd been saying, Falun Dafa is good, that he was blessed and Master was looking out for him. I pointed out that most people might have ended up with a broken arm or leg from a fall like that. It was incredible that he was still fine after the fall, even with only half of his body working properly. I told him to keep saying, Falun Dafa is good. He said he would. I am the happiest and most fortunate person in the world because I practice Falun Dafa, a high-level practice that is hard to come by even in thousands of lifetimes, and because I have a great and compassionate master guiding me. To learn more about Falun Dafa, its guiding principles, and real stories of perseverance under adversity, check the links below for trustworthy resources and first-hand experiences. You'll find articles and organizations that shed light on its peaceful teachings and the ongoing challenges practitioners face in China. If our story touched your heart, please like, share, or subscribe. Your support helps keep these voices heard.